Good morning, students. Now, in this video of rectification of errors, we will learn about single-sided errors as a sums based on single-sided errors. Let's begin. What is the meaning of single-sided error? That we have already seen. That single-sided errors are those errors which only affect single side of the account. That means either the single account. In a journal, there are two accounts involved, but only when one of the account is either either showing more amount or less amount, then only we say that the error is single-sided error. This is basically a posting error where single-sided error occurs. Like suppose wages account. When we pay wages, it is debited. Wages account is debited with the amount of the wages. Suppose 10,000. So wages to cash 10,000, the debit of the wages account we record. But suppose instead of 10,000 we have recorded 9,000, then 1,000 deficiency is there. Suppose again that instead of 2,000, instead of 10,000 we record 12,000. Then again there is an error. So as I was giving you the example in this wages account, see, if we have paid wages, we have paid wages only, paid wages 10,000. Now in that case, I have to record in the wages account to cash 10,000 after doing the journal, the posting. But instead of this, suppose we have recorded it as 1,000. So what will happen? We have in the debit 9,000 deficiency. So we have a deficiency of 9,000 over here. Deficiency of 9,000 over here. Deficiency. We have a deficiency of 9,000 over here. That 9,000 means wages account needs to be debited then in order to make it correct. So one of the error I have told in single sided that we have shown less amount than the required amount. But suppose instead of 10,000 recording in the over here, we have recorded as 12,000. Then what we have recorded excess. We have recorded excess amount. So excess amount we have recorded. So 2,000 extra we have recorded. So we need to credit this wages account for this 2,000 by excess with 2,000. We have to credit in order to make it correct. So simple thing that if a debit is excess, we will credit the, if the debit of the account is excess, we will credit the account in order to reduce it. And if there is a deficiency, a debit side deficiency, then we will further debit the account. As I was giving the example last time, it was 1,000 I have recorded instead of 10,000. So 9,000 I have to debit. So wages will be debited by 9,000. Similarly, if you think about any account which has a credit balance like capital. So I should have written by cash 20,000 in capital. Suppose the capital started business with cash 20,000. So by capital 20,000. If I have recorded 18,000, then I have recorded deficiency. So 2,000 will be recorded in the credit side, students. Again, if instead of 20,000, I record 18,000 over here, 18,000 instead of 20,000, then I have a deficiency in the credit side of 2,000. So we will credit the capital account. And if I have recorded more, then we will debit it. So this is the thing. That means if there is an excess, we will see the opposite side of the account. Like in this case, the excess is this side. So we will be seeing the opposite side. We will debit wages account. If there is an excess, 12,000 we have recorded, we will debit this one. And if there is a deficiency, then we will see the same side. I hope it is clear. Excess, see the opposite side of the account, and deficiency, see the same side for debit credit. That means wages, if deficiency, then we will debit further. Wages, if excess amount is recorded, that means instead of 10,000, 12,000. So excess is there. So excess we will credit the account. Yes, sorry, students. Excess we will credit the account. 12,000 is recorded. I have to make it 10,000. So I have to credit by 2,000. Excess we will see the opposite side, and deficiency we will see the same side. For account which has a debit balance, if deficiency, then we will have a debit, we have to debit it, and in excess we have to credit it. For account which has a credit balance like capital, for deficiency we will credit it further, and for excess we will debit it. When we will do the sums, it will be more clear. So as it is given the rule C, for rectification of these errors, following steps should be taken. Prepare an account in rough, as I was showing you wages account. Step 2, if there is a deficiency in the debit side of the account, then debit, see the same side, the account, and if excess, see the opposite side, credit the account. That in this case, the account has a debit balance, remember it, like wages, assets, etc. That means if there is an excess, we will see the opposite side, the debit balance account, we will see the credit. If there is a deficiency, then in the debit balance account, we will further debit it. Pass the requisite journal entry to arrive the correct entry of step 1 and 2. This is the rule. So as I have given you the example also, after the preparation of trial balance, these single-sided errors are rectified by using a suspense account if the account is already prepared. It is rectified by passing a journal entry to suspense account because one account is involved. Now in our example, wages account is involved. If I have to debit wages, then wages account debit. Whom I will credit? To suspense. If I have to credit wages, then I have to write, suspense account to wages account. So that the journal entries will look like this: wages account debit, wages account debit, to suspense, to suspense in case of deficiency, to suspense account in case of deficiency is there, if there is a deficiency. But opposite thing we will do if there is a excess. It will become, for excess it will become suspense account debit to wages account. Yes, for debit balances, again I'm saying. After the preparation of trial balance, if you get these errors, that means after the preparation of trial balance, subsidiary journal, cash book, day books, if entry is done in the above books, then we consider journal entry. This is very, very important. We are all doing after the preparation of trial balance. Now this is very important. Subsidiary journal, cash book and day book, these are all double-sided books. Subsidiary journal means day book. Subsidiary means these are the subsidiary journals, cash book and day books. Whenever entry is already done in cash book or day books, then we will consider that the double-sided effect of the transaction is done. These are double-sided error. But if entry is done over here, that means the entry will have a single-sided error. That means posting errors are only, see, we assume posting in cash, sales, purchase and returns account is also passed unless specified. This is a very, very important rule. When we will do the sums, you will understand, students. Like I'll give you one example. If it is given in the sum, my sum, I have given that example, that received cash from Ram. Again, I am saying received cash from Ram, rupees 10,000. Not posted. Now, where it is not posted? In cash account or in Ram account? We have to consider it is not posted in Ram account. Cash book is already considered correct. Because not posted. Not posted means cash book is already recorded. So cash account is already done. Ram account will be affected. Similarly, purchase goods not posted in parties account or not posted, then purchase account is already correct. We have to consider if not mention anything else because day books it has already been recorded. So day books and cash book we have to consider already recorded. Then only we will have our posting error unless it is specified something else. This all you will understand while doing the sums. Just take the screenshot of this and keep in mind while doing the sums. I've already told you the use of suspense account because one-sided effect, we have to use the suspense account as it is written over here. Suspense account is a ledger account in which entries are made on temporary basis. When the correct account cannot be immediately identified, it is open in two cases: to balance a disagreed trial balance and to post doubtful items. So in these two cases, we have to record suspense account. When we are preparing trial balance and the trial balance is not matching and we have to prepare our final accounts. So whichever side is more, whichever side is less deficiency, we will write suspense account and write the amount in the trial balance. If it's a debit balance, it will go in the asset side of the balance sheet. If it is having a credit balance, then it will go in the credit side of the balance sheet. That means liability side of the balance sheet. Sometimes that is only written over here. Suspense account is open in the ledger and is given the debit or credit as the case may be. Later, when the mistakes are detected, rectified entries are also passed. And we open a different account also. Okay. Now, one more thing I'll be adding over here, students, that debit balance, debit of suspense will go in balance sheet, asset side. Suspense is debit of suspense is shown in the asset side. Suspense is asset, whereas credit balance is a liability. Credit is liability. We will show it in the liability side of the balance sheet. Liability side of balance sheet. Okay. Now suspense account to post doubtful items. Sometimes an item cannot be posted to the correct account for one reason or another. For instance, you may receive a remittance rupees 100, but you may not know who has sent it. So you will be putting it in the suspense account. Cash account to suspense account. Don't know from where you have received the money. And then later when you have found out who has given you, then you close the suspense account, suspense to RAM. That will be have to open a suspense account even. Sums on single sided errors. Let's do the sum. One entry is given. Sales book was overcast by rupees 200. Sales book was overcast by rupees 200. So it will be like this. Suspense account debit 200 to sales account 200. Again, sales book was undercast by 200. Then it will be sales account debit to suspense account. Sales account debit to suspense account 200. Purchase book was undercast by rupees 200. It will be purchase account debit to suspense account 200. Why? The question is why. Sales book was overcast. If you will see, if the sales book is overcast, means what? Sales has a credit balance. It is showing more. Yes. Sales book was overcast by 200. So sales book is overcast by 200. Sales book is showing more. So I have to debit sales account. It is done wrong over here. It will be under overcast. One sec, students. Mistakes are there. Sales book is already having a credit balance. If it is overcast, we have to debit it. And if sales book is undercast, we have to credit it. Like sales book undercast, suspense to sale. Sales book is having a credit balance overcast, and to reduce sales, so sales to suspense. Purchase book is undercast, so to increase purchase, so purchase to suspense. Purchase book was overcast, means purchase having a debit balance, it is showing more. So to reduce the balance, so to purchase account, which account will be debited? Suspense account. So I hope it is clear. Any debit is already showing more, we have to credit it. The punchline is any debit. The punchline is any debit if it's already credited. So the important line is any debit balance account, if it's in excess, then credit it. And if it is in deficiency, then debit it. Any credit balance account is excess, then credit it. And any credit balance account is in deficiency, then debit it. Remember this punchline. So what we have seen, that if any debit balance account is there, then we have to do what? We have to, if it is deficiency, we will debit it. If this is deficiency, then we will debit it. If it is overcast, we will credit, and vice versa. That was the punchline. Now see this type of sums, different type. Credit sales not posted. Now it is written over there, credit sales not posted. Now, credit sales not posted. In which account it is not posted? Sales account or the party account? Nothing is mentioned, as I was talking about last time. We have to debit party only. In this case, not posted to RAM account, suppose. So it will be RAM account debit. No name, then debtors account debit to suspense account. You have to understand that the sales day book is already correct because posting error. Posting error means cash book and day books are already correct. Credit purchase not posted. Now that means day book is correct, not posted in creditors account. So creditors account I have to effect. Creditors account, so you have to post it. When you purchase goods, purchase to creditor in the creditor account by purchase, that is not done. So we will write suspense account debit to creditor in the creditor account. Cash paid to RAM 200 posted in the wrong side. Now very interesting. This cash paid to RAM posted in the wrong side. If I will prepare a T format account, students, it will become very clear to you all. See over here, cash paid to RAM 200 posted in the wrong side. Try to understand this one, students. I should have recorded cash paid to RAM as 2 cash in the RAM account. 2 cash I should have recorded, but I have not done that. The accountant has not done that. He has written in the wrong side. In the credit side, he has written by cash 200. Now don't think that cash account is getting affected. Cash account, it is correct. Over here, he has written by cash 200. It is wrong. He should not have done that. Now this is he has recorded over here. He should have recorded in the debit side. He has recorded in the credit side. Because he has recorded in the credit side, my debit side has become deficient of 400. I should have a 200 record over here, but I have recorded in the wrong side 200. Now to make it correct, my debit side should show more 200. My debit side should be showing 200 over here. So I have to record 400 over here so that I can get a balance of 200. Balance brought down and balance carried down 200. This is what my RAM account is getting. This one paid RAM. This RAM account is getting affected over here. The balance of RAM account is getting correct. 200 only. Balance brought down. This is balance brought down. This is balance brought down. Balance brought down will be this only. If I will make a correct entry, students try to think. If suppose I am trying to make a correct entry, then the accountant would not have recorded this one. Accountant would not have recorded this part. Accountant would have just recorded 200 as 2 cash. In that case also, my balance brought down and carried down will be same 200. So because you have recorded in the wrong side, ultimately I have to bring the balance correct. So I am recording my balance is, if the correct way you would have done paid RAM, you would have still got a debit balance in RAM account as balance 200. Balance brought down 200. To balance brought down. To balance brought down 200. Correct way. But because of the error, you have done that as I have told you earlier. Then also you are getting 200 as the balance only. Okay. So these were my errors. By preparing an account in the rough and then balancing it, excess see the opposite side, deficiency see the same side, you will get this type of errors. You can easily solve this type of errors in a very quick way. Cash received from RAM 2000 posted as rupees 200. Suppose this one also. Cash received from RAM. This one also I will show you. Cash received from RAM. So cash received from RAM 2000. Received from RAM 2000. So where I would have recorded correct entry, how I would have done? I would have recorded it over here by cash. I would have done by cash. By cash, I should have done 2000. Yes. This would have been my correct entry. But what the accountant has done, and then I would have got my closing balance this side. Means RAM will be showing me a credit balance because I have received cash from RAM. RAM is showing a credit balance. My cash account is debit balance. Okay. I should have done that on this only. But what the accountant has done, That means if I would have received cash from Ram, I would have recorded by cash 2000 and my balancing figure would have been 2000, balance carried down and balance brought down. This is the way we prepare. I am not writing the entire thing, students. You understand. By two balance brought down. This will be by balance brought down. By balance brought down. And over here, two balance carried down. So my brought down balance would have been 2000 if correctly you would have done. But what the accountant has done, let's see that. Accountant has done received from to the posted as rupees 200. By mistake, instead of 2000, he has written only 200. He has done only 200. So for this error, as he has done, for this error, as he has recorded only 200, he has recorded by balance, by cash 200. So I should have to record 1800 more over here in order to make it 2000 balancing figure. To record 1800 means I have to credit this. There's a deficiency this side. There is a deficiency. So by deficiency, I should have recorded the deficiency part. I have not recorded. So in deficiency, see the same side. I should have recorded 2000. I have not recorded. So see the same side. My side is credit side. So I will credit RAM. One-sided effect. So suspense to RAM. Suspense to RAM will be my correct entry. Suspense to RAM. See what they have passed. Suspense to RAM. See 1800, 1800. If this way you will do for posting errors, not the journal, correct journal, wrong journal, and then right journal. If this way you will do, you will be getting these posting errors in a very, very easy way. Sums on this single-sided error, students. This is a homework. Please do this and get in touch with me in any of the format, WhatsApp, email, or through my channel. Thank you, students. Thank you very much.